What's up, Southlake? My name is Dr. Joey Kramer, and we are here today with a new program we are going to be rolling out over Q4 of this year. And the title of this program is Chiropractic Concepts. And what we aim to do is that over the next, whatever that is, 12, 15 weeks, we're going to help us move through understanding why you would engage a chiropractor, 2, what a chiropractor does, and 3, how they can help you in your health and wellness journey, and things to look out for when you are actually engaging a doctor for chiropractic services. And so for concept number 1, I want to start with this idea of the chiropractic adjustment. Today on my personal story, I was working through some things, talking about what a chiropractor does and what we do not. And I have these issues that pop up with a lot of my friends discussing the public perception of what a chiropractor does, right? Most people think that if I have some low back pain, I'm going to go into my chiropractor, he's going to adjust me where the spot hurts, maybe tell me to put some ice on it, and then send me back home. Now, what we will immediately feel is typically some relief throughout that day, but then it's going to stiffen up at night, and you're going to wonder what's going on. And you'll probably end back up in their office a couple days later to receive adjustment again. And then you repeat this cycle perpetually for your life, never really seeing any improvement in your care. And that is a pretty typical journey that most people go through in a chiropractic office, especially from those people who I have asked about their own personal experience. Many people don't like the sound of bones popping. Many people don't like the sound or the turning of their head when somebody adjusts their neck, or they think that the position that they adjust their low back is actually uncomfortable. And I like to say that maybe we have some problems that we're trying to navigate that really aren't being addressed for you as a public person looking to provide chiropractic services. So I think we need to start off with an idea that, number 1, a chiropractor's sole job is not to adjust you where your pain is. And that's going to be really difficult for a majority of us to understand, because westernized medicine likes to move us into this world in which we always treat symptoms. Now, that's a really good reason, because we want to feel better. I want to feel great. I want to feel healthy. You want to feel great. You want to feel healthy. But in this journey of chiropractic care, the way that our body is organized isn't necessarily mapped out to where we can adjust your low back and fix a problem, right? And so this will lead us in our beginning discussion about this journey and what I have found to be the best way to approach a person with regards to their health, and how chiropractic can integrate in with their health and wellness goals. So I have 2 things that I like to start off with every single patient. Number 1, if you don't measure it, it doesn't exist. So if you're like me, I scratched my head until I went through chiropractic school wondering what a chiropractor does. Do they even measure anything besides my pain level, right? Besides a 10 down to a 2, right? Or something along those lines. And so I asked myself that question. And then the next question I asked after that is that if I don't measure it, how can I improve its function? You see, I was very blessed in my journey to have this brain that helped us navigate these questions and start to integrate the idea of what chiropractic actually is. You see, our approach at Hope Chiropractic Center is results focused. What we look for is an imbalance of your central nervous system. You see, the founder of chiropractic had this construct that he believed that he could give you one adjustment, and after that, that would balance your entire body. Yet the science didn't exist to help him understand what he was doing. And so as he went through his process of deductive reasoning, what we found was that when he delivered that one single adjustment on the right side, at the right time, in the right place, and then allowed your neurological system to work through that adjustment, patients got better. They started to see really, truly miraculous results. And so what we look for in a chiropractic office is an imbalance of your neurological system. And so the way that we do that at Hope Chiropractic Center is we use a very highly calibrated thermometer. It is called Computerized infrared thermography. And what this is designed to do is to evaluate the heat that is emitted off of your spine. You see, blood vessels, especially on the surface of your skin, is where we sweat. It's where we use our cooling regulation system of the body. And so, understanding thermography, we had a very, very smart physiologist come out and do a study of the body and how it's organized. And we know that within 0.5 degrees Celsius between your right and your left side is a balanced autonomic system. That is also something that can be measured, which goes back to principle number 1. If you don't measure it, it doesn't exist. And most offices that you would go to around this area, you will not be measured for anything. Most doctors will just lay you down, ask you where it hurts, and start crunching right away. The good old-fashioned pop and pray method, right? However, what we find is that when a patient actually comes in here and they want to be taken care of, and you measure the central nervous system and how well it is functioning at that moment in time, you can actually look at the patient and say, listen, here's some problems that I see going on. And actually, they're a little more severe than you probably think because your autonomic system is highly stressed. Or it could be, hey, listen, your autonomic system is actually doing pretty well. It doesn't make sense to put you through a 20-visit care plan. You look like something like a 12, right? So what we do is we curtail this specific approach to help you get the desired results based upon the performance of the measurement of your central nervous system. Now, with that being said, what we do is we evaluate and find where the problem is. In my world and how we function, that is always in your upper neck. That is your first bone or your second bone, because these two bones control the way your central nervous system functions. So remember, if it can't be measured, it doesn't exist. And if you don't measure it, you can't improve function. So the two most important things we do at Hope Southlake: measure central nervous system function, evaluate integrity of C1 and C2. And what happens is that every single visit you come in, we evaluate the area where we are performing the adjustment, we evaluate your autonomic system, and we compare that to your last visit, the visit before, to watch and track your progress every step of the way. And what you'll find in our office that makes us very unique is that we aim to not adjust you as you progress towards optimal system function with regards to your neurological state. So what's really fascinating about this whole process for you, the patient who is looking for said chiropractic services, my challenge is twofold. Number 1, inquire to your doctor if they measure your central nervous system function. Number 2, inquire how they evaluate which bone needs to be adjusted. If I just simply poke on your spine, that's not a quantifiable measurement, right? And X-ray is the only way you can see what's going on with your bone health, especially with which way they move, and more importantly, which way they don't move. So that's where chiropractic concept number 1 comes in. The chiropractic adjustment is very specific. It is a very focused, measurable change that is designed to improve your central nervous system function. If you don't measure it, it doesn't exist. If you don't measure it, you can't improve it. If you're looking for services from a chiropractor, they must always evaluate your central nervous system before they adjust you and after they adjust you to ensure that there is a transformation in the performance of your neurology. We're going to be doing more of these videos over the course of the next 12 to 15 weeks. And if this piqued your interest at all, I would love to have a consultation with you to show you how what we do at Hope can help you perform at your very best. You guys have an awesome day. We'll see you next week.